Today I feel I don't know anything about parenting. So I was working like 24/7. Motherhood changed my career path altogether.
करियर छोड़ो मुझे पता नहीं था दैट व्हाट आई लाइक डूइंग इवन एज अ हॉबी. कोई अगर मुझे पूछता था कि व्हाट डू यू लाइक डूइंग, व्हाट मेक्स यू हैप्पी, एंड आई डिडंट हैव एनी आंसर. आई वाज दैट लॉस्ट.
It's very easy for a woman without kids to step out of the house. It's so difficult for a mother with one kid to even step out with her friends for 1 hour.
So let's talk about mom guilt first.
Guilty as charged when you commit a crime. So you have to be shameless. I am the worst mother, leaving a 5-year-old kid in the daycare.
Why are you sending your daughter to preschool?
So I am okay sending my child to the daycare and not leaving the grandparents.
What's the best parenting advice you have ever received?
The best parenting advice I've ever received is
If you could describe motherhood in one word, what would that be?
affects your mental health also over time.
It takes a village to raise a child.
But it takes a community to nurture a mother.
Welcome, Avantika. Thank you for being a part of this podcast. By the way, you are doing such amazing things. I want to know how and when do you get the time to do all of this?
So, I think there is this Hindi mein kahavat hai na, jahan chaah hai, wahan raah hai. If you want to do something, you'll do it irrespective of having 100 things to do, 100 responsibilities to take care of. I think if you have the intent to do it and to do it right, you'll do it.
And now, what's more inspiring that you do all of this being a mother? That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we both are mothers. My daughter is 7 years old. How old is your
Navya is 13. She'll be
Wow.
turning 14 next year. So yeah, I'm a mom of teen and nothing is tougher than that.
I just wanted to ask that does it get easier?
No, it never gets easier. So all these people telling you that it gets better in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. I'm telling you, don't believe them. It doesn't get better. It keeps getting worse. The levels keep on increasing. And teenagers, like I have been a parenting KOL for the longest time, I think so. One of the oldest in this space. But today I feel I don't know anything about parenting. It's like that. Teenagers like that.
Oh my God. But tell me, when you became a mom, did you feel loss of identity after having your daughter?
Absolutely. I think somewhere every mother feels that, Zara. I'll be honest. And especially for working mothers, working women, I've always been working. And I was a journalist, so I was working like 24/7. And for somebody like that, who I was working with the Hindustan Times that time, and then I was with the India Today, I got a chance to cover the Mumbai terror attacks, like that.
Wow.
So after that, I became a mother and I was at home. And that time, we moved to Shanghai as a family. And I had decided, because I was working very hard, I thought I'll take a break. But moving to Shanghai as a journalist where you don't know the language, you cannot get back to journalism. So I had to take a sabbatical. So yeah, I felt lost that time because I was like, now what do I do next? Where do I go back to? I can't be a journalist. I can't do graveyard shifts. I can't be working on holidays. So yeah, I felt lost that time.
Yeah, it's a similar thing happened with me. So I had my fashion jewelry brand. When I got pregnant, because my pregnancy was a bit tough, I was advised rest. I just gave up that brand. And after becoming a mother, I just didn't have the courage in me. I was so lost that I didn't know from where to pick up the pieces and put my career back together. Career छोड़ो मुझे पता नहीं था that what I like doing even as a hobby. कोई अगर मुझे पूछता था कि what do you like doing, what makes you happy, and I didn't have any answer. I was that lost. और मुझे 2.5 years लग गया ये realize करने को that oh my God, I need to find a way.
मुझे 1.5 years laga because I was in Shanghai for close to 3.5, 4 years. And I couldn't go back to journalism because my Chinese, I could still understand but can't write at all, can't read. So I went back to, I did freelance gigs there. I taught also at an international school because I was good in English. So I realized in 1.5 years, if I keep doing this, like motherhood, I lose my sanity because that's what happens to you. It plays a lot with your emotions being at home and then the whole hormones in you. And when you are living in another country, you don't have helps at your beck and call. So it's like, it was a loss of identity for sure, but I regained my mojo, I think, in 1.5 years.
So you realize this in 1.5 years. But
Absolutely.
how did you find yourself again?
So you know what happens, Zara? For me, I think motherhood has worked for me for the better. Especially when it comes to my career. And when I came back to India, my daughter was almost 4 that time. I thought I should get back to online media because online was booming. In fact, I was working with HindustanTimes.com before that as well. So I thought online is something I can do. They have regular hours. There are no graveyard shifts. And that's when, I was working with Z Digital.
Okay.
And I started writing about my parenting experiences. That was the first time, parenting blogs were being, featured. It's 2015. And I read about all of these amazing international parenting platforms like Scary Mommy and Parents, And I thought, okay, let me just try my hand at it. And my blogs became very, very popular.
Yeah.
And, that time it was a big thing to get 1 lakh views and 2 lakh views. And I realized, oh my God, I'm good at this. So then, my blogs reached the founder of The Parent Inc., which was known as the Asian Parent earlier. And they are still the largest community of moms in Asia. So they said, why don't you head content for us? Because we feel you write really well as a mother, and we want that mother face to be associated with the brand. So yeah, I was heading content strategy for them, first for India, then for Philippines and Singapore. So it just helped me. So motherhood changed my career path altogether.
So you did all of this from home? You were working from home, or then you started getting out?
So, I've been a daycare mother. And that's the biggest, like for India, first of all, you're a working mother, which is something 10-15 years back, not that normal. Now though everybody is working, and then you are sending a child to the daycare. You stay alone in a city like Bombay. So it was like, oh my God, she's leaving a child to the daycare and going and working. Why do you want to work? That was the question all the time. And this is what I used to write about. Why I'm okay sending my child to the daycare. Why I'm okay being a working mother. Why I'm happy being alone and working for myself and leaving my child at home. So yeah, it was transformative, and I enjoyed the whole process. Yeah.
I get similar questions like my son is 15 months old and I've started play school with him, and मुझे लोग पूछते हैं कि why have you started play school? Like आपका answer क्या होता था इसका कि why are you sending your daughter to play school?
So I feel, and I have written a blog on this, why I'm okay sending my child to the daycare and not leaving with grandparents. And there's nothing against people who leave their kids with grandparents, but young kids need to spend a lot of time with kids of their age.
Okay.
They have to be out. They have to be away from gadgets. They have to do more doodling, more play, which is only possible in a structured environment, an environment where you have teachers, running around them. And they love being there. Just imagine being a child at home in the, with a caregiver or grandparents or anybody, a nanny also for that matter. The child would be only restricted to one part of one area, one person. But just imagine the exposure. My daughter was going to daycare in China as well. She started going to play school at 1.5 years.
Yeah.
And I believe that, she's in another country. She should spend time with foreign people. She should understand the language, the food. Yeah. And today she eats everything. That I think happened because she was in China. She used to eat there in the daycare, and she used to eat everything that they used to serve. So today you can give her anything. You give her Karela and she'll have it happily, like that. So I think kids should have some kind of a structure. They love structure. They love it. They enjoy it.
Yeah. Exactly. I was just about to say that apart from being with other kids, learning, etc., I guess kids thrive on routine.
बिल्कुल.
तो मेरे लिए वो ही था कि एक रूटीन रखो जहाँ पे प्ले स्कूल भी जा रहा है, घर पे भी इनफ टाइम मिल रहा है, फैमिली मेंबर्स के साथ भी इनफ टाइम मिल रहा है. सो इट्स अ वेरी वेल राउंडेड.
बिल्कुल. हम लोगों को लगता है ना कि बच्चे बुद्धू होते हैं. They are not dumb. They are very smart. They are smarter than you, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Seriously. And you have to stop treating them like, oh, ye mat karo. I have always treated my daughter as a tiny human. I have asked for her choice. I have asked how she feels.
I know your parenting style, and I guess I can relate to it because I have a similar parenting style with Aliza. But coming back to mothers, and we spoke about loss of identity. आपको लगता है कि it's only loss of identity कि उससे बढ़कर भी है? Is it beyond that? loss of independence, loss of financial security.
Absolutely. It's not only about, financial security, like for working mothers, but more than a loss of confidence, loss of respect for your own self, like that, because you feel, okay, this is what I'm limited to now, like that. And one of the reasons, I always specify on the word moms, and I clarify that I am not talking about women here. I'm talking about a mother, because you'll understand that, Zara.
Yeah.
It's very easy for a woman without kids to step out of the house.
Yeah.
It's so difficult for a mother with 1 kid, 2 kids to even step out with her friends for 1 hour. It's so tough. So that's why I say I talk about moms. I don't want to categorize them as women, because a mother's world is totally different from a single woman or a woman who is married, like that. Yeah.
If we have to step out, I guess it's an entire checklist which we have to go through.
Absolutely. People don't like right now I'm sitting here, my mind is there. What's happening? Because she's alone at home. And
Yeah, it's the same for me. I have 2 kids, but yeah,
so it's okay to have a passion, to have a hobby, to be even staying at home. But it's so, you lose your confidence so much. Like I remember I got this call from a mother. And this is why I started my own community. And she was a journalist in Rashtriya Sahara, and she used to work with me a lot and as a freelance person. And she became a mother. And one day I just got a call and she said, I want to talk to you. And somehow I felt that she has something to say that day. I said, yeah, I'm all ears, tell me. And she just went on and on and on for 1 hour on how she feels she's lost everything, how she feels she'll not be able to get back to her career. And that's, and then at the end she said, thank you for listening to me. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't do anything for her. And which is why I said, why can't I make a space where people just come, mothers come and they want to say, and I'm there to hear them. That's it.
So I'm going to come back to your community, but this takes me to a very important topic. Now, to find our identity, whenever we start finding our identity, 2 things happen according to me, which is mom guilt, and the next thing is need for a good support system.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about mom guilt first. हम जैसे अपने आप को prioritize करने लगते हैं, that mom guilt seeps in, and शायद वो self inflicted होता है या कभी कभी लोगों के comments से भी होता है. It can be either way. And you talk so passionately about mental health and self care. How do you think moms can break this vicious circle of mom guilt?
So honestly, Zara, there are 2 ways to look at it. I don't believe in the word mom guilt. I have spoken about it a lot at many platforms. Because I feel guilty is a very strong word. हम कब use करते guilty? Guilty is charged when you commit a crime, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a crime to step out of the house, to take out time for yourself, to perhaps run your own business, to work, to, fulfill your dreams and passions and whatever you might want to label it as. It's not a crime. Guilt, I think, is a feeling like any other feeling you have. You get angry, you get upset, you feel guilty that I left my child, alone. It's okay to be upset for a bit. It's okay to be upset for 2 hours, 3 hours, but then you get back, because that's what life is all about, and so I think it should just be treated as a feeling. Let's just normalize it. Because we are mothers. I think we were chatting about, when does it get better? I think the umbilical cord never gets cut.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's always attached. Like for me, for you right now also it's attached to what are these tiny humans doing at home. So I think it's going to be there always. So let's just normalize it and let's not burden ourselves with it and call it like it's not a crime. It's okay.
I love it the way you've put it कि guilt को एक emotion की तरह ही treat करो. जैसे anger एक emotion है. Guilt भी ऐसे नहीं है that do not feel guilty because वो possible नहीं है.
You can, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, the moment you start taking it as it's a feeling, it's an emotion, वो आएगा जाएगा बाकी emotions की तरह. I guess that's so beautifully put.
I tell this to my daughter-in-law. She says, Mama, why do you get angry at me? I said, because I can't get angry at strangers. So when I have to feel guilty, I'll feel guilty about people I love. So when I love my daughter a lot, so obviously I'll feel guilty that I'm missing on her, say, time, and I'm here for that matter. It's fine. Let's just normalize it.
And any practical tips जहाँ mothers अपने लिए time निकाल सकती है for their self growth, but at the same time not feel guilty or like even if you feel guilty you get over it. Like कुछ ऐसे practical tips आप share कर सकते हो जो आप करते हो.
So I think planning as per your kids' routine and your structure might not be possible for all, but even half a day if you can plan, or even 2 hours if you can plan, I think go for it. And the other thing is that, if you have to do something, I remember I had to go to Singapore for a shoot, and my daughter fell sick. It's how you treat, how you deal with it yourself is how your kids see you, dealing with it, and that's how they learn. Monkey see, monkey do, they say. So she fell sick, and it was a 3-day trip, and she said that. I said, I don't feel like going. You're sick. So she said, Mama, doctor says come after 72 hours.
Oh.
By the time you'll be back, the kids are watching you all the time. So I think just be okay with it, feel guilty, get over it, but do your thing and do it for yourself and for no one else.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
जैसे मेरे घर पे सबको पता है that 2 things for me are very important. One is my workout and one is eating my meals शांति से. And I've
Absolutely.
always spoken about it कि just मुझे ये 2 चीज ना शांति में करने दो, I'll be like a much happier person. Actually, what do you think is the ripple effect on a family of a happy mom?
Zara, I believe there's so many styles of parenting actually. I believe only the happy style of parenting. I think happy moms raise happier kids. And, life is all about living. It's not about being serious. It's not about, sulking all the time. And your kids are watching you. So if you're always, showing, getting angry, getting upset, getting dejected, or if you're just, dealing with life and smiling at your problems, your kids like to be that. And they're much more confident kids who have happy moms, I feel. And the house is just a positive, has so much positive energy. And so I believe in that. Happy moms raise happier kids, and happier kids would become better leaders, better human beings, better, at relationships, which everybody's struggling with these days.
Yeah.
So I think, and also not getting dejected, being very optimistic, they learn so many things by being just being happy.
Can you give an example कि आपने कुछ ऐसा किया which like changed you or made you happy, and that's something which passed on to your daughter, like that ripple effect passed on to your daughter?
So, I laugh a lot and I crack a lot of jokes. So something doesn't happen. So I say, no, it didn't happen. Then I say after that, koi baat nahi. Next time we'll do it. So she's become like that. And I'm so happy to see her that, because what happens, especially with teens, body positivity, dealing with so many hormonal changes for her, for girl going through puberty, even boys. So, she's okay being herself. She's okay, with people calling her whatever they want to, call her. And I'm just happy that she's just picked on this whole thing that tomorrow we'll do it better, or tomorrow will be a better day, or whatever has passed has passed. No matter what happened, I was a daycare mom, like I told you, and how this moment of change happened was I reached the daycare at 8:30. The daycare shuts at 8, and it was like I am the worst mother, leaving a 5-year-old kid in the daycare, reaching at 8:30. Bombay traffic sucks, like we say. But the moment I reached the daycare, and Navya was running around, and she looked at me and she said, why did you come so early? I was having such a good time. So it was in my head, the guilt was in my head that, my child is perhaps crying or alone, and she's saying, why has my mother not come to pick me up? Whereas she was happy playing. So that was a moment of change, And then I had a conversation and I told Navya, I'm sorry I was late today. She said, Mama, it's okay. It happened now. Just move on. Let's move
That's
on with our day.
amazing.
Yeah.
So that's something she
She's picked
saw
up. Yes.
that
Yeah.
that's your attitude
Yeah.
towards life, and
Yeah.
she picked that up.
Yeah.
That's great. For me, what was the thing? I found happiness in content creation. और उसके पहले I was very clueless, very indecisive. तो मेरे ना कोई भी decisions होते थे ना, I used to be like, पता नहीं ये करना है, अच्छा पापा को पूछ लेते हैं. So I was not like a very strong decision maker, a strong woman. But when I got into content creation, I started taking my own calls. And I guess I saw a shift in Aliza also.
Absolutely.
वो पहले हर चीज आके मुझसे पूछती थी, क्योंकि वो उसको लगता था दिस इज हाउ थिंग्स आर सपोज टू बी. जैसे मम्मी इज नॉट एबल टू डिसाइड, वैसे शायद मुझे भी हर चीज पूछ के करना है. बट व्हेन शी सॉ दैट शिफ्ट इन मी, now she has started being decisive. तो ये बात हो गई mom guilt के बारे में. Now coming to the other thing, which is need of a solid support system. Generally, the quote says that it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to raise a mother. According to you, how important is having a support system?
So, Zara, I'm so glad you brought that quote up because I have designed my own quote. It
Yeah.
takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a community to nurture a mother.
Fab.
And, I think community and having a support system plays a big role. Now, there's so many of, moms like me who are not staying, who are coming, from small towns and living in metros, living alone. In fact, in the defense also, most of the times, moms are alone, away from family. That time you need a support system. That support system could be your friend. That support system could be your nannies. That support system could be even maybe perhaps your relatives or your own family, So it's very important because when they are there, then you are sorted that everything at home is the chill and my kid is in safe hands. So that feeling that my kid is safe, my kid is fed, my kid is happy is the most important feeling for a mother.
It's such a sigh of relief.
Yeah, absolutely.
But earlier, joint families का system बहुत होता था. अभी इतना नहीं है. So we look for external support, which is, WhatsApp groups of moms, Facebook groups of mom. And in fact, you have built a community known as Moms League Global.
Yes.
जिसमें, you help moms and you support moms. What inspired you to go ahead with this community?
So the biggest inspiration was that call which we spoke about earlier, that there's one lady just called me and said, ma'am, can I talk to you? And I realized that there needs to be a space where moms can just, if nothing, they can just be themselves and talk about whatever the hell they want to talk about. It's as simple as that. There is no agenda. We have all kinds of, people, women coming from different parts of Bombay as well as outside also. It's a pan-India community network. And the agenda is just to hear them and, do things that not only help them grow, because we have founders, we have entrepreneurs as well, but that helps, gives them that sense of relief, like you very well mentioned, that, okay, I have somebody and there is somebody who's like me and I'm not alone. I'm not alone is the biggest, reassurance that we can give to any mother. And I think that was the agenda. So we work with a lot of moms as well who cannot step out of the house and, have a regular 9-to-5 job. We have a lot of influencers, creators working with us. So it just feels good, to give them that kind of branch where they can do something they want to. Also, where they can be with like-minded mothers. Also, just giving them a platform where they can feel safe.
That's amazing. मुझे लगता है this community also encourages women, moms, let's put it as moms, to ask for help.
Absolutely.
क्योंकि I don't know, moms को ये hesitation क्यों होता है कि नहीं, I can't ask for help, it will make me less of a mother. कि no, I'm a mother और मुझे ही सब कुछ करना है, मुझे ही बच्चे के लिए सब कुछ करना है, मैं थोड़ी ना help के लिए पूछ सकती हूँ. So I guess communities like this really help.
Absolutely, मतलब the law of attraction says that ask and you shall receive. Unless you ask for it, you are not going to get for it. It could be a promotion, it could be getting to know more about your own business, your own life, your own child. You have to ask for it. And you ask for help, and believe me, that's what manifestation also works like this. You ask for it and you get it.
Ask and also learn how to accept it.
Absolutely.
Many times, okay, we have the support system जो हमको help करने के लिए ready है, but then we get very finicky ना, नहीं, अगर मैं उनको ये करने बोलूँ वो ये right way में नहीं करेंगे, या मेरे बच्चे को time पे खाना नहीं खिलाएंगे. So थोड़े tips दो that how you can accept help also.
You have to be shameless. I need help. That's what I do. I call people, and till today, there are people who say that how do you do it and you're so confident. There are people who know that I'm call them for help. And you have to have those 4-5 people who will help you and who would listen to you no matter what space or what they are dealing with, So you have to be shameless when you're a mother. And just imagine, for example, your child is going through something. As a mother, you will do anything. Anything to make sure
Absolutely.
that your child feels better again. Why can't you do the same for yourself? Love starts with you. And that thing should start with you. You should help yourself first. That's what they say in airplanes as well. That the mask should be put on your face first, and then to the person sitting next to you. So help should come to you first. Then only you'll be able to help others who are dependent on you.
I'm just loving all the advice I'm getting from you. Like, I'm going to keep all of this in mind. And whenever I have this hesitation, I'm going to be like, no, you have to be shameless for
Bilkul,
yourself
yeah.
as well.
Bilkul.
I also remember once you had quoted that motherhood is not a pause, it's a beginning of a new powerful chapter
Absolutely.
where you can redefine yourself.
Yeah.
Now, motherhood tough to hai,
Bilkul hai.
but it also teaches you many beautiful things. Anything motherhood taught you that actually you implemented in your life as well?
So motherhood has taught me only one thing, which has like really changed my life. I think I can do anything. It's given me that power. So if I want to do something, I just do it. Because when you see that baby, when the baby is born, you feel helpless. And after 2-3 months, you get a hold of it, you get a hang of it. And after 6 months, you're like, okay, I know how to deal with it. So when you can take care of a life, the biggest thing in this world is a living being and taking care of life. If you can take care of somebody who's living and be their whole and soul and nurture them, you can do anything. And which is why, mothers are different from normal human beings, because they are like so powerful. I think the most powerful person in a family is the mother, because she's gone through hell when the baby was born. She can
Absolutely.
actually do
Yeah.
anything. Motherhood is like, that's what just transforms you, man.
Yeah.
As a person, you just change. Yeah.
But Avantika, you are so positive, always smiling.
Yeah.
What is a piece of advice you will give to moms to turn their motherhood into a journey of self-improvement?
So, first of all, I am positive and happy. There are days when I'm very sad as well, but I snap out of it in an hour. I take my time. If I feel like
How do
crying,
you snap out of it?
I will cry for 2 hours, 3 hours. But then after 3 hours, I decide I'm not going to cry anymore.
Wow.
Like that. So I think it's just that I give myself time to feel whatever I'm feeling, but then I'm back, because I've realized, like wo kehte hain na, universe, you have to always vibrate at a good feeling. And I don't know, it comes naturally to me. The advice is self-improvement is that, first of all, don't take life or motherhood so seriously. It's just life. Like I said, it's a phase. It will get over. If you make mistakes, it's fine. There's nothing called a perfect mom. Motherhood does not come with a manual, they say. Whatever works for you might not work for me. But whatever works for you is working for you, so stick with it and believe it. It's just a phase, and that's the only advice. You'll improve if you don't take things seriously.
That's so beautifully put. And this brings us to a fun session, which is called Quick 10 with Zara.
Okay.
मैं आपको questions पूछूंगी and you have to answer them quickly. Yeah, so motherhood is also fun, right? We should not forget that.
Bilkul.
So let's have some fun. Okay, ready, Avantika?
Yes. Okay. Let's go for it.
Let's go. What's the best parenting advice you have ever received?
The best parenting advice I've ever received is not to take advice from anyone.
Oh, fab.
And that came from my mother.
Yes?
She said, don't take anybody's advice. Just do what you feel like doing. So yeah, don't take advice from anybody.
One thing your kid does that always makes you smile.
I mean, kids do very silly things. Like, when you're angry, they suddenly say, Mama, I love you. Mama, you're the best mother. And it's suddenly, I have no choice but to smile.
That is so sweet. A parenting hack you swear by.
Parenting hack I swear by is that, always be a good listener. So don't react, respond, take a moment, don't react immediately.
What's the most challenging part of being a mom?
Most challenging part, without a doubt, is self-doubt. You keep doubting yourself all the time. I think it really affects you and affects your mental health also over time.
What's your go-to meal for your kid when you're short on time?
Bread omelette, dal chawal, all, cook quick, nutritious meals.
A guilty pleasure you indulge in?
I take off time with my friends a lot. And sometimes, there have been occasions when I shouldn't have been there, but I still go ahead because it really helps me, get my sanity back. It really cheers me up and motivates me. So, yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
What's your favorite productivity tool or trick?
Do one thing at a time.
That's a great advice. One thing you never leave home without?
My phone, my keys. Yeah, it goes without saying. Yeah.
A skill you have mastered that helps you juggle work and family?
I think prioritization, time management, of course, it comes with prioritization. Knowing what is more important for you at this time. So, for example, if I have time for my daughter, that is time for my daughter. And if I have to work, that's work time. So, I think setting your priorities right is something that really helps you manage my time better.
Great. One word to describe your work-life balance?
Zara, I think there is nothing called work-life balance, There's only life. Your work is a part of your life and your family is part of life. There is only life that's happening. You have to enjoy it.
Okay, the last one. If you could describe motherhood in one word, what would that be?
Transformative. It just transforms you. It has transformed me. And for all mothers out there, it's going to be a transforming, happy journey for you as well.
That's the perfect way to end this episode. Thank you so much, Avantika, for taking out time and sharing all these amazing tips, tricks, advice, experience with us.
It's always a pleasure to be with you, Zara, in fact. And it was a pleasure. It was a delight to be here and to answer all your questions. And I hope I've been good.
Absolutely. And that's it for this episode. Hope you'll enjoyed this conversation and found it as relatable and heartwarming as I did. And if you did, do not forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might just need a little bit of parenting pep talk. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time with more real stories, laughs, and insights. Until then, take care and remember, you are doing great. Here is to surviving and thriving one day, one episode at a time.